I went to the fish market, and it's an open air fish market with all these stalls and stands, and they bring all the fresh fish in, and they have chopped up ice, which they're laying the fish on, okay? And I'm gonna go get some fish for one of my parties. I show up in that little Toyota Tercel, I don't remember that car or not, okay, with this ice chest. I'm surrounded by 40 kids. 40, 50 kids, all wanting me to point to them to carry my ice chest through the market. They want you to choose them. So, and then I made the mistake of giving a couple kids a little bag of Fritos, you know, those little tiny bags. I had all these kids reaching in the back of my car trying to grab these bags of Fritos. I had like 20 bags of these Fritos. And they're fighting over each other, and kids getting bloody noses because they want these Fritos. Okay? And so finally the Fritos are all gone, okay? But I need to get rid of these kids. So I take pennies, okay, African pennies, and you just throw them out in the parking lot. It's like chumming for fish. And they're racing out there trying to find these pennies. And then I grab one guy and say, you take that, and we'll go to the fish market. It becomes a difficult environment because everything, and I mean everything, is negotiated. But that's the culture again of the foreign countries in Africa, is they negotiate everything based on what they want and what they're willing to pay and so on and so forth. Okay, so it's all against the. It's also a pain in the ass because I just want to go buy some peaches, okay, and so I finally started sending my housekeeper, who's Ivorian. I said, "Go give me some peaches, Augustine." And he comes back and he said, "It's this amount of money," and so he knows what the real price of the peaches are. If you're a foreigner, you don't know, so they're going to try to jam it to you. I needed some screws once to screw up a board or something. You know, A, I couldn't find them, and B, when I did find them, I had to spend like an hour negotiating for like 6 screws or something. I just want to go to Home Depot, pick out the screws, and go put it up. No, it doesn't work that way. I have an outside yard keeper or maintenance guy. His name is Barema. And he sits under a pie out all day and basically he's got some torn shirt and he cuts the grass with a machete. Machete, that's how he cuts the grass. And he cuts the grass that way, okay? One day he shows up at my door and says, he said, "Monsieur, I hate to ask you this, but can I borrow, 2500 CFA?" Basically 2500 CFA was about 12 or 15 bucks, whatever it was at that time. I said, "Sure, well, of course." I said, "Yes, you may." I said, "What is it for?" And he said, "Well, it's to bury my daughter." Well, of course, your daughter. And I said, "Yeah, she was 12 years old." And I said, "What happened?" He said, "She died of the chickenpox." Oh, no, measles. Not German measles, just regular measles. Well, if you don't recognize it's measles, you get dehydrated. And basically she died of dehydration. After 6 days of having the measles, they didn't put her on an IV or anything. We're talking, again, primitive here. These hospitals for the people are dirt floors, and blankets. That's the hospital. And so she died of the measles. And I said, "I'm so sorry." He says, "Don't worry about it. I have 6 other children." So human life is not important.
To them.
To them. It's a survivalist type of culture, So I'm sitting there kind of going, "You've got to be kidding me." I said, "Don't worry about it, I gave her 15,000 Central Frank African, which was about $14 or so. And he thanked me profusely for allowing me to, letting him bury his daughter. I thought, "Geez." So the perspective changes dramatically when you're working with people who do not have, that everything that you take for granted is a major issue for them.